Hello, Leslie here from Message in a Fold, and today I am going to finally answer a question that I received. Mom2Create. Jeanette, thank you for this question, and I am sorry that it has taken me so long to get this done. Jeanette asked Mom2Create, she asked me what craft tools would I recommend for a beginner and any other kind of tools for a beginner. And Left-Handed Crafter said yes, I'd like to know that as well. So thank you, Mom2Create and Left-Handed Crafter. I'm going to go through the things that I have and what my recommendations are. All right, so let's begin first with hand tools. These are the hand tools that I want to talk about. Scissors. You don't need to have this many. Bone folders, you don't need to have that many. But you do need to have scissors and bone folders. And you need a ruler of some kind. And a craft knife. And a metal ruler. If you have one of those wooden rulers that has the metal strip, that would be excellent. Alright, so let me start first with scissors. You need to have a pair of paper scissors. You just find one pair of scissors and designate that as paper only. And then you have another pair of scissors, and that will be designated as fabric only. And that's for cutting ribbon, laces, any laces or just any kind of fabric trim. These, if you use both of these on paper, the paper will ruin the scissor that you designate for fabric. I've seen some people that put a little bead charm thing on their fabric scissors so that they will, when they're reaching for it or somebody wants to grab some scissors, if it has a charm on it, no, don't use that. When you get a pair of scissors, even if they're in a package, look at where the two come together. Make sure that there's not a wide gap in there. And you can see the gap in this one. If it's any wider than that, then leave them. They're too bowed and they won't be any good. This Tim Holtz scissor is supposed to have a coating on it that nothing sticky, foam tape or whatever that you might be using, that double-sided sticky tape of any kind. If you have to cut through it, it's not supposed to stick to these. These scissors are $28 for the pair. Make sure you use a coupon either at local craft and hobby store or find a coupon online. These are very expensive. They are very sharp. Very sharp. And there's not a gap between the blades. If you cut through glue, adhesive, these things, or foam dots or whatever, a residue gets built up on your scissors, and to take care of that, you need some either surgical spirits or rubbing alcohol. Get a paper towel wet with the alcohol and then just work it, and then that will get the sticky off. If you do a lot of fussy cutting and do a lot of like cutting out flowers or stamped images or something, then you might consider getting a precision tip scissor that has a really sharp, narrow point. to be able to get into some of those tight areas. Bone folders are next, and they come in varied sizes. This was the first one that I bought, and I don't know who made it. It's plastic, and it has a little bit of a curve to it. All right, see how this is twisted? There. The sides are both, they're not sharp, but they're at a good angle where you can really get in and crease stuff. Now, and this is a Martha Stewart one, and it has a little thing, I guess, there to fit your hand when you're, I don't know what that little pointy area is for. This is a Stampin' Up. I don't know if they've changed their design, but this is a Stampin' Up, and it is straight. It's not twisted either. But I bought this one because of the length that it is, that I can hold it in my hand and do what I need to do. And so this one is my favorite one. So you just need one, and whatever kind that feels good in your hand. Make sure that you have a good tip. And almost all bone folders have got a nice tip on them. The next thing I want to discuss is rulers. The ruler that I would recommend is something that is like this. This is an 18-inch quilting ruler, and I bought this in the early 1990s. I've had this forever, and it has marks at every 1/8 inch. There's 1/8, there's 1/4, 3/8, a half, 5/8, 6/8 or 3/4, 7/8, and 1 inch. And it's on the side here. Tim Holtz has a shorter one that is kind of like this, and and it has a 0 center. And this is if you're trying to find the center of something. There, it starts at 0 and goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on this side, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on that side. So if you're looking to find the center, the exact center of this piece of 8.5 by 11, I have it on both sides at 5.5. So I would move that up there, and right here at the 0, that would be the center, the exact center of this piece of paper. So that's what this kind of a ruler is for. It is metric as well as standard, but this is just for measuring and centering. I prefer this ruler over any of the rulers that I have because of all of the different markings. And I'll give you an example of why I like this kind of a ruler. I can use either side. This is a piece of double-sided paper. When you're matting, let me come down closer. Let's see. I'm going to use just a tad bit of glue, adhesive right here in the center. As a beginner, when you're trying to get these centered by yourself and you're eyeballing it and looking, and then you think you have it just right, and what you have is a thin area here, and this side is wider, and this is wider than this, then this ruler, I don't like to put it directly on the inches, because then that thing is a little bit too big, and I can't see the thing very well. So let's see if I can zoom in here. All right, now I'm going to come down to the first 1/8 inch mark. I got to move all of this over so you can see. Now when I go put this on, then I'll butt this against the ruler, and then I will move it. There's a 1/8 inch mark here and here. So I'm going to put the two edges of the paper at the 1/8 inch marks on both sides, and then put that on. And then now with that, you have the same gap at the top and the sides and the bottom. Now when you put your other piece on, then you're basically going to do the same thing with the solid lines here and here. Now we're going to move up another 1/8 of an inch, which is 1/4, and the 1/4 line is a dark solid line. That dark solid line is going to go on the bottom edge of your first layer. The 1/4 inch mark is dark. It's not the hash marks of the eighths. So go to the dark line, go to the dark side, and line it up on these. Okay, all right, there. So now the gap of the 3 layers, the 2 bottom layers, is the same there as it is on the sides and at the bottom. And that's how this kind of a ruler is really super handy. This will also help you get, if you're gonna make a word with stickers, this ruler will also help you to get your words straight. Now, anywhere on the ruler face, I'm gonna start at the 1/8 inch mark, and I'm going to put the letter there and let the rest of it hang off. Okay, so now I have my word. Now get your card front or whatever, or if this is a photo mat and you want to put a person's name on there, then lay it out like this. Now you need to find not so much the center, but get these dark lines lined up on the outside of your mat, and take a look and see if it's centered. It doesn't look centered. I'm going to move over 1/8 of an inch. That looks centered. Okay, now tip the ruler and hold it and keep it steady. Press down on the top of these letters. Press it down good. Stand the ruler up on its edge and press. Now hold on to everything and pull the ruler away. And then now press those down, and I have one letter up higher than the others, but there you go. Well, it doesn't look higher than the other. Yes, it does, right there, that one. That one's a little higher than the other ones. But that's how you can use this ruler. to help you mat, and to help you get letter stickers on. For the other hand tool that I talked with you about, where is it? Here it is over here. A craft knife. It used to be a long time ago, and if you see any of the older books and magazines on card making, they don't use paper trimmers, they use a craft knife. So I'm going to get this at 5.5. And sometimes a pencil. Yeah, a pencil always comes in comes in handy. So when these two arrow tips on the 11 inches, I make sure that they are right on the edge. And at the 5.5 inch mark, I have an arrow, so I can make a tick mark right in the center. I can make my final tick mark there on this side at 5.5. Okay, so now with a metal ruler, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to line up the edge of the ruler with the tick marks. I'm going to press it right against the metal edge and draw down. And then there I have two pieces. They should be the same. Yes. 5.5 by 5.5 pieces of paper. And if you have any, then you need an eraser to clean off your marks there. Okay, so now we're going to go to find the center of this 8.5 at 4 1/4. We're going to find the center of this, and then we're going to use bone folders to do the scoring. And where's my pencil? Here it is. At 4 1/4, which is this solid line after the 4. I'm going to make a tick mark there and there. Okay. So now I have my tick marks for the center. So you can use your plastic ruler, line it up with the tick marks, and with your bone folder, then just push it tightly against the ruler and bring it down. And there you have your score. And then you can have your simple card base. And again, this is printer paper. This is not anything thick, but you would do this exact same thing with cardstock. So there, and then you have your other one. And then of course, you know, you can do the easy way and line up your edges and then use your bone folder to get that. And then you have the same thing. Okay, I have gone through scissors, rulers, craft knife, your bone folder. So for beginners, these are some of the things that you need to have on hand, or that would be nice for you to have on hand. You can do many things, many things with these simple tools. I'll have to do a video sometime on just using this ruler for a card. I'll have to do that. Okay. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please give me a thumbs up. If you have not subscribed already, please do so. This is just one of the videos in a series of craft tools for beginners. This one is scissors, rulers, and bone folders. Okay, this is Leslie from Message in a Fold saying, with simple tools, you can go show someone how special they are. Bye.